Hey, good day, everyone. This is Art Dill, your Emini success coach for FuturesTradingCompany.net, and a recap of our trades for the last day of the trading day for the first week of the year, January 6, 2012. And we had our best day of the week. I'm starting to get into the hang of actually calling live trades for people in the room, and definitely had a much better day today. Started to improve yesterday. We were 3-1 and 1 yesterday, and then today I called 4 trades. All were winning trades, so I was very pleased. I'll go over the trades as quickly as I can here. The first trade was a trade based on a news release, and this was taken at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. We had the jobs report release, and that is usually a big market mover. I traded this in my preferred way of taking entries on news, and I'm going to do a video maybe this weekend and post it with a more detailed explanation. But how I like to enter news trades, instead of a breakout uh, in a bracket that formed before the news release, I like to use a fib retracement entry. And in this case, this was the first bar after the news was released, with a low at 12,360. So my stop, I knew, was going to be below that bar, below the momentum bar up, 12,358. And my entries, I wanted to try to get at least a 50% fib retrace. And then I was going to take one more contract at about the 76% fib retrace. And the reason I like to do that, especially on the Dow is just a little bit uh, less liquid as far as number of contracts being traded. And oftentimes on news reports, you get a really violent move to the upside, and you get a lot of slippage in that move. And I really have found over time that being a little patient, waiting for a retracement to that initial move, you can get into the trade and get some nice profits. The first fill was at 12,382. That was near the fib 50% retracement from the momentum bar low to the high of the move, which was 12,408 up here. And then price continued to come down, and we got a fill at the 76% fib. I got filled 10 points lower, 12,372. I exited that second contract at plus 10, 12,382, and then I had a target of 12,402 for my final target here, 6 points below this high. We reached 12,392, 10 points above the first entry here. That was the actual high. When that occurred, I moved my stop on that first entry to break even. So I was in a completely risk-free trade, and as you can see, price rolled back over and stopped us out break even at 12,382 on the second contract. This second trade was after the market opened, and market has started to sell off. Had a little bit of a retrace here toward the 89 EMA, and I took this. Really, it was a breakout trade and also confirmation of a sell trigger. And my entry, I tried to get in one tick below this, so I was trying to get 12,331 as a short. I got a tick of slippage on that, got 12,330 as the actual fill, and took off my first target at the program exit, which is 10 points. So I took first target at 12, 321, and then actually went ahead and tried for one more tick on the second target, and I did get that for 12, 315, a total of 15 points. So second trade of the morning, we had plus 24 Dow points on 2 contracts. I'll scroll over and show you the third trade. Again, 4-0 today. And I'm going to do a weekly recap, and I'll post that. But we ended the week up. We were on 9 winning trades, 2 losing trades, 1 break even. And as I say, I got off to a little bit of a slow start, being in a room where I'm actually having to talk and tell people what I'm doing. But next week I expect it to be actually much better. So here's our contact info if you want to get a hold of us. If you would like to get into the room for the rest of the month free, just sign into our guest book. Let me know, and I'll send you the link and the trading room guide and the ebook, Trading to Win, Refusing to Lose, which I wrote about the difference between winning and losing traders. All right, let's get over to our next trade. Try to keep this at 10 minutes if I can. And here it was. This was after price broke up above the 89 EMA. Came up here and tagged this the daily pivot 12308. Pulled back off, and then this entry trigger fired. I did not take that. I wanted waiting for the price to retrace back a little bit further. This is not a good enough of a retracement to be taking an entry trigger. This is. So I got another long entry trigger there that fired. And because of where we were, proximity to that daily pivot, I didn't take the breakout of this. I waited for price to come back. I felt I have another shot here at the daily pivot entry, and that's exactly what I got. I got in 2 contracts long at 12308. I put in a buy limit there. After I got filled, took a little heat on the trade. I had put my stop here initially at 12296. And we finally did get price to move up enough to get us our first target. 12318 was the first target. It got to a high of 12320. So it was good that I waited, and that's just that's a little bit of a subjective trader discretionary trade just based on years of experience and knowledge. And let me show you our last trade of the day. It was a long at got long at 12,330. That was it right here. Price ran up there pretty quickly and then broke above that. So again, I put in a limit order to try to get filled at the high of the bar, 12,330. And I was successful. I got 2 contracts on at 12,330. Stop below the pivot here, 12,313. and took a little heat on this, 9 points of heat before price turned back higher. And then when this trigger fired, I was very confident that we were going to get at least first target. And we got our first two targets, exited the first contract at 12,240 and the second contract at 12,245. I was only looking for two targets, 10 and 15 points on the trade. And now we were right at dead zone, and I was done trading. And done trading for the day. I typically do not like to take trades on Friday afternoon, especially with the market moving as slowly as it has been today. And you can see what happened here. Price backed off, down back to the 89 during the dead zone period. Just not a lot of price direction. Right now we're down 22 points as I'm making this video. Again, back toward the daily pivot here. And just kind of bouncing along that right now. So, not a lot of direction to the market, but had a very nice day. 4 trades, 4-0, and a good week to start the actual live trading room calls. Have a fabulous weekend, and I am going to do a recap for the week, and I'll also post that to YouTube.